Hi guys, I just wanted to record a quick welcome and give you a little bit of a tour of our class. You are in Biology 101 with Crowder College. My name is Leanne Cope. I will be your teacher for the semester. A little bit about me. I am in my 18th year of education. I teach high school at Aurora, and I do biology, dual credit biology, anatomy, and physiology. I've taught for Drury and for Crowder both. I'm married, live on a farm. We have a cattle ranch. I have 2 kids. Life keeps me busy, so I understand about the craziness that life can throw at you when you're trying to work and do school and all those different things. I wanted to take a moment and give you a quick tour of the class just to kind of point out a few things that you will see throughout the semester and just, touch on a couple of things. So from your homepage, if you go to staff information, you find out just like a little blurb about me. And then there is my email address, my cell phone number, and a Remind group. If you are a texter, if you've never done Remind before, go to remind.com. It'll show you how to sign up for Remind messages, and the code for that class is at bio-online. It's a great way to message back and forth. I'm always welcome to answer questions. If you want to email me, send me a Remind message, that would be great. It's a great way of getting a hold of me. You can also set up Blackboard Collaborate chats, which is just kind of like a video conference back and forth where we can talk there. Attendance is going to be taken bi-weekly, so your first attendance is going to be based off your initial discussion board post on Wednesdays, and then your second attendance is going to be taken based upon the turning in of your labs on Sundays. So if you get your initial posts completed and your labs turned in, you'll get your attendance for the week. Inside course information, you can find information about the syllabus and calendar. I highly recommend that you read these very carefully. You print them off. Print off the schedule and use it as a checklist so that you can make sure that you get everything done that you need to get done for the week. I try to sometimes during the week, you might have a discussion board that has additional reading or a podcast or something like that to listen to. And I list that in the schedule. If there's just a little bit extra, check that so that you can make sure you plan your week accordingly and you don't open your discussion board Wednesday night at 11 and have a 60-minute podcast to listen to. So planning is very important, as you know, with online classes. So use that schedule. When you are done looking at your syllabus and your schedule, if you could, please just mark them as reviewed. That way it kind of gives me some confirmation that you did that. Assignments is where you're going to find your summatives, your exams. There aren't any visible right now because our first exam isn't until the end of next week. But when exams are ready, there'll be a folder that has the due date and the exam name, and you'll go in there and complete the exam. Make sure you read all the instructions before you start your exams. Most of our work is going to be found in course documents. Course documents I have set up in modules by weeks. So you go into week 1 and all of your week 1 materials is in there. So when we go in, there are several different tabs. You can see there's 4 different tabs here. The first one is your schedule, and it outlines everything that's due. The next is your lecture, and you can see that we have the PowerPoints, and you also have a video lecture. If you're an audio person, like you really learn good when you can hear things, listen to that video lecture. Your discussion board is your next tab. It gives you the discussion board prompt if it has additional things that you need to do, like watch this short video, read this article, so on and so forth. You can get to it from here. When you're ready to do your discussion board, just go click to launch, and it's going to pop you over to the discussion board, and you'll be able to see what the prompt is and where you can enter and respond. Make sure your discussion boards are thorough. Like, we've all been through the classes where the discussion boards are just extremely painful. I've worked hard to try to get discussion boards that are going to be interesting to you, that might be applicable, or maybe it's something new that you've never heard of. But let's see if we can avoid the Great answer. That's a great answer. You're right. Blue is the best color. I've always enjoyed the color blue. Thank you for giving me the answer blue. You know, those painful discussion board responses. Be thoughtful, well thought out, kind. Reference the information that we're talking about in class. Make those applications. If we go back to course documents, back to our week. Sorry, someone just tried to come in my room. You can get to the labs. Labs are, there's 2 labs that do not require, or 3 labs actually, 3 labs that do not require the lab kit. The first 2 weeks of class, the labs do not require the lab kit, and then the last lab of the class doesn't require the lab kit. You can get to information on how to order the lab kit through the first page announcement. You can find information on ordering the lab kit in the syllabus is through Carolina, and the rest of majority of our labs are going to be lab kit labs. This week our lab is using scientific notation. I have it set up through Blackboard Test. It's not a test, it is a lab, but I set it up that way so that you would get instant grading on that, so you'll know instantly how you did on your first lab. And I plan on doing that for your second lab as well. Be very careful with this week's lab that you follow the formatting instructions on your answers so that it does get scored correctly. That's about all I really wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, send me a remind message, and hopefully we will get the ball rolling this week. We'll learn a little bit about each other in the discussion board, and we learn a lot about life in our class. So if you have any questions, just send me an email. I'll answer them. Have a good day.